Jay West, what's good with you, bro?
Yo, what's going on, bro? What's the word? How you been?
Nothing much, man. Where you actually from, bro?
I'm actually from Gary. I'm on the west side in Glen Park.
Oh, you're from Gary?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay, because you got a Chicago swag about yourself, man.
you know, I fuck with a lot of cats in Chicago. Like, I got a lot of homeboys all over, so I get that a lot, too, or whatever. When they find out I'm actually from Gary, they be like, oh, hell no, that's funny.
Yeah, they tell me the same thing, too. I got a city nigga swag,
yeah,
you know, the way we dress and stuff like that. Okay, now when I heard about you, you know, it was on Instagram, you reached out to me. I've been checking out some of your music, man. Your music is different from a lot of the music that a lot of niggas in Gary and Chicago are putting out. It's like you sing and do more lyrical music, you know?
Right.
You got songs for the ladies, you know, and just songs about having fun and just like how you feel.
Right.
How does that come about? Like, does the song come first, or it's just like how you feel one day?
I think with me, for the most part, I'm more so like, when I get a beat or something, like the beat got, because I'm real picky with beats.
Right.
So if I fuck with the beat, then 9 times out of 10 it's a go. So after that, you know, then we just go from there as far as putting the words together with what's gonna be what. So
okay, so the beat comes first.
Yeah.
And do you have a style of beats you like?
Not really, because I listen to some of everything. Like, literally, I'm into some of everything. So it's really not a big thing or whatever. So it just have to catch me a certain type of way, and once it catch me, then we just go on from there.
Okay, so who are some of your favorite artists in the industry, or people that you want to work with? You know, who did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening. I mean, I'm from the Midwest, so I grew up listening to a lot of Twister, a lot of Bone.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I pictured.
Yeah,
okay.
Eminem.
R. Kelly.
All that. Yeah, definitely. R. Kelly. Definitely R. Kelly. Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
32.
Oh, 32.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so you're from Gary. When did you start doing music and actually taking it seriously?
I'd say like 2004.
Okay.
Was around the time when I was really just bullshitting around and all that.
Okay.
Then I took it serious probably 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And I was in a couple of groups. And then after that or whatever, group shit just don't really work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's too many egos with groups, man.
Yeah.
Especially, and the worst time of a group is when somebody does start to make it and get money.
Yeah.
Then the whole group gets arrogant, and then feelings get involved. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, so are you working on any mixtapes or any new videos coming out that we should know about?
Yeah, actually I got a new video that I'm working on now. Actually 2 of them.
Okay.
They both singles off of the new EP that I just dropped on Halloween called The Move, and it's out right now too.
You got any websites? You got iTunes, Spinnerilla?
I got the iTunes set up, but I'm waiting on something to come in.
Okay.
And I gotta wait for it to accept it and all that or whatever, but right now I got it on Reverb Nation or whatever.
Oh, Reverb Nation.
Yeah, it's definitely on Reverb Nation now or whatever, and I also got hard copies too.
Yeah, so and definitely on SoundCloud.
And then it's on SoundCloud, all that good stuff. So, but the 2 videos though, I got 2 legit, which is one of the singles, and then I got another one called Everything, which is more so the R&B side, and 2 legit is the hip hop side. Okay.
So, now you're 32 and you started in 2004. How do you think that music changed with the internet, man? Do you think it's a better advantage now that a lot of people have access to their own, you know, shit because of the internet and their own camera people, their own in-house producers?
Me personally, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it, honestly. And the reason why is because it's a little, well, it's really not an issue with me either way, because I feel like as far as the music go, you know, I can hold my own either way or whatever. But back then it was kind of a little harder or whatever, but now it's a little more, you know, it's easier. You could go into it however you want to go into it. So I kind of wish that I had it or was really fucking with it more back then.
Right.
Because I'm just now really getting off.
Right. And one thing I feel like, you know, back then, before the internet really took a toll, it was all about record labels, and people were trying to find out all these different theories on how to get on.
Right.
You know, we were looking at studio engineers or like certain things to do, but now it's just all about who can get the most clout. And you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine, his crazy ass will tell you that. You know, and just a lot of people, even Chicago in general, just showing like their violent situations make people view their content. So you know, the internet now is just like how much exposure you can get and shit like that. You know, people pay for promotion and things like that. Do you feel like you would ever pay for advertisements or promotion, or you have something that people would look at anyway?
I mean, me personally, I think people would just look at some shit anyway. So either way, like I was saying before, it really wouldn't matter with me. But I mean, like even if you look at the cover or whatever for the tape, like everything just stands out on its own. So it's automatically gonna
you got your own style.
What the fuck? Let me go check this out or whatever. So I mean, I don't see no problem with it, but me personally, either way, it really wouldn't make me nothing matter.
I want to ask you, I noticed one thing about your Instagram. You shout out Chicago rapper King Samson for shouting you out in the song.
Right.
Call Up Jay West. What's your affiliation with King Samson?
Well, honestly, it really wasn't no affiliation with that. I just was hearing it one day. One of my homeboys was playing it, so they got to hit me up like, was Samson talking about you or whatever? And it was a whole like little joke thing, like, you know, shout out to him.
Cause no, there's another Jay West in Gary as well.
Yeah,
my homie on the east side.
Yeah, I just heard about him. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So and that's kind of like why I do the I put like another name in the middle. Like you just look at it as J Machiavelli West, but it's not spelled the way Tupac spelled it. It's spelled totally different because before J West, I was just J Mac, M-A-C-C. And then I just added the rest to it or whatever and all of that so I could kind of stand out and be different from other people.
Okay. Was there any controversy behind that or it was cool?
Nah, not really, because I've been rocking with the name since 2011. So it hadn't been no big issues or nothing like that. You know, nobody brought anything to me, so everybody's just been like, so.
Now, I noticed that you do a lot of shows. You know, I went on your Instagram and I saw a flyer with you going to the Loft Attic. Has that event passed yet or has it happened?
That event did pass, and then I got one that's coming up on the 9th, but that was at Backstage, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Okay, so do you like performing at club venues, or would you ever like performing at stadiums or just out and about somewhere else?
All of them.
Okay, so, all of them. It doesn't matter?
It don't matter.
Do you have any favorite cities or states you like networking in?
I ain't gonna lie, I do like Chicago. I ain't gonna even say it. Like,
I love Chicago a lot. So you see what Chicago's doing for me.
I shot a couple of videos, like the last couple of videos I shot
have been out downtown Chicago.
So, downtown. So and I like LA.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta, so
Atlanta.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't really been to Atlanta yet. I've been all over LA, all over Chicago. You know, not really. I've been to New York not too long ago. Do you fuck with New York?
I went to New York maybe once, and that was like a couple of years back. But when I was there, whatever, I fucked with it though. Like, you know, they got their own little, their own little thing going on and all that. But I fuck with everybody from everywhere. So
Okay. So now let's say one of these songs blow up tomorrow overnight. Let's say you get about 30 million hits or something like that, maybe even more. Are you gonna sign to a record label if they get to calling you, or will you guys stay independent with the company that you're with? What's the name of your company that you have right now?
SJMG, straight.
SJMG. Yes. Okay, would you guys keep it straight in your movement, or would you?
I mean, honestly, they would really have to it would have to be a partnership if I was gonna sign a deal. But outside of that, everything just gonna be independent because that's how it's been.
Even if they're trying to give you millions, like $1 million bonus or something.
It just depends, because I don't really move off of the money. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm not in it for the money, but overall, I just genuinely like making music.
Right.
But at the same time, $1 million.
Yeah, and you're lyrical too, man. You're actually very lyrical from what I've seen.
And I like.
You don't make catchy music.
Yeah, and I like when people because I like to get in tune with the artist.
Right.
And that was one of my biggest things about FBG Duck. Shout out to him.
Right.
Like, I fucked with him because I was listening to what he was saying.
Right.
And just looking at the visuals behind it, and I'm like, you can relate to that shit. Like, that's some relatable ass shit or whatever. Like, even they whole camp, you can relate to it. So, and that's how we rock over on our end too. As long as you can relate to me or whatever the case may be, my job is done. So that's what you're paying for, and then I'm gonna put on the show. So it's not just me on the mic, yada yada yada. I'm really entertained. So it's a lot that come with it.
Okay, now is this your manager here?
Yeah, it's my manager.
Yeah. Brilliant Finesse.
Okay.
Finesse 9-5. Live from Gary, Indiana. Not too major. This is my artist. He's the potential right now. It's a lot of watered down music. I don't mean to be rude or it's just a lot of watered down music, and this man has been striving, been on this shit. And I feel as though the spotlight should be on him right now than a lot of artists that have the spotlight. Not saying no jealous or nothing like that, but that's just what I feel. That's my opinion.
Okay, now have you networked with any Chicago rappers at all?
Also on the up and coming side, like the cats that who is it, like Finesso, he up and coming.
Okay.
Who else we got? We got T-Man. It's another guy named Silent.
Okay.
He's not out in Chicago. He back out on this end or whatever. But,
okay.
You know, a lot of
well, yeah, they're together. A lot of Chicago artists, you can find them in Gary, and a lot of Gary artists you're gonna find in Chicago. And come to find out, somebody could be related to somebody. Right. You know, that's we all mess with the same females too.
Right, and that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Definitely.
It's like we right in each other's backyards. So it's like Gary right here, Chicago right there. It's like what 45 minutes, depending on how you driving. You can get there.
Yeah, speeding and everything like that. So. Okay. So let's say that we're at a venue and one of your favorite artists walking in. Okay, now are you going to perform on stage a certain way because you know that him or her is there, or are you just going to do your normal thing?
I mean, you know, anybody gonna turn it up a notch regardless. Okay. But you know, I'm gonna give you the energy pretty much either way, but you know, if I know that they there or whatever, then you know that's just something different.
Yeah, I know the Loft Attic has a lot of contests and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you entered in any of the contests?
I entered in one in like maybe 6-7 years or whatever. But I like to go and still.
You just like performing and being around the energy.
Yeah, I like the energy, so.
Okay.
And I like to hear like, you know, what the competition is and what they talking about. But
definitely.
And the thing that makes him stand out is he's able to reach different crowds. He's not just with the black community. He has white fans. He has different races. So that's the big part about it. You got to be able to reach everyone's there. You can't just reach one there. You got to be able to reach everyone.
And that was the whole point of making different categories of different music. Now, I don't do no gospel, no shit like that. But, you know, I
shot a gospel video not too long ago. My bro Halo, Young Halo.
Oh, okay. I got a homeboy. He do gospel. He real cold too. He in East Chicago.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like 1 minute I could be on some bullshit, and that's what type of song is gonna be. The next day I could be on some. You know, let me try to fix this with Shorty, be on some player shit or whatever. You know, like it's sad songs, it's fun songs, it's tee-up songs, it's all type of stuff that you can rock with.
Another thing I want to ask you, this is kind of a funny question. Now, everybody has their own opinions about this. Everybody says they rock with it. Some people say they don't rock with it.
Right.
What do you guys think when 6ix9ine came to Chicago and was trolling the city from all sides?
I'm gonna be honest with you. 6ix9ine, bro. Like,
my whole thing was, you can't really take them serious. So I mean,
like, it's because for money, it's entertainment.
Right.
And like I said, I got homeboys out there too or whatever. So it was like, I mean, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, come on, y'all really can't take this nigga. Like, I'm sitting at the crib laughing, but you know, it was not laughing in the sense of what he was doing, but I was laughing because it's like, y'all can't take him serious, bro. Like, don't let that man get y'all riled up, man. We know he ain't really doing the shit he's saying, so you know,
if you out there every day and you not seeing him, do you know he's not out there?
Like you like it, I love it, so.
Right, definitely.
We all know he was definitely capping, so.
Okay. Now we're with 6ix9ine. Yeah. How do you feel about people that do? Would you work with somebody like that?
I mean, shit for a check, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. You gonna definitely get ran in the funnies for it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, just to be on some wave shit, like, bro, I don't give a fuck how many records you sell. Like,
right, true.
That's what's up.
Right.
Do you?
Right, that's true. Okay, so as an artist on a professional music level, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Next 2 years, honestly,
Bahamas.
I really want to be behind the scene or whatever. Get the probably doing some directing as far as like.
Oh, you do video directing?
No, I actually don't. It's just something that I want to get into more so as far as the acting side of it goes.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't mind playing in a couple of movies, comedies, and stuff like that.
That we do. That's a lot of things.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like I'm into graffiti, all that type of stuff. I do hand art. I do all of my own art covers.
In the clothing lines?
I had something a while back that I was working on, but it really didn't take off the way I wanted it to, and that's more so because I didn't really have a solid logo that was like kind of unisex for, you know, the women and the or whatever. So I'm still kind of working on that. I just kind of fell back on that to kind of focus on the music more or whatever. So.
Okay.
That's how that came about.
Now, if anybody wanted to get up with you for a feature or a show booking, where would they find you? And what advice do you have for young people looking up to you? Because you're an older artist, so a lot of people are going to look up to the older artists.
Man, don't fall for the stupid ass shit. That's one thing that I always look into is like when a lot of the younger cats come into the mix is like they they hear these names and they see these names, but these cats don't be who they say.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
people can't take
totally
that shit.
Situation. So my whole thing is like, don't be a goofy and don't fall for the okie doke. I know common sense ain't that common these days, but you know, you got to use the shit too or whatever. Like if it ain't right, keep that shit moving.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Right.
Can't fuck with everybody. Some people you just can't kick it with. Some people you just gotta use to your advantage. It sounds crazy, but it's just the way it is, you know.
But on the flip side of that though, you could actually find me on Facebook. On that I'm kinda like more so just promoting now.
Right.
But you can find me at on Facebook at J Machiavelli West. That's JAYMACCVELI West, WEST. You can actually catch me on Instagram, which is Rick James 33 Chains. That's Rick _James _33 Chains, not with an S, with a Z. You can look me up on Snapchat, JWest 600, not the 600 y'all thinking or whatever.
Right.
West 600 in Glen Park.
Right.
600.
Definitely.
And you can find me on Twitter, the real JWest on there too. So.
Finesse, that's just it. That's just it for me. 9-5, B Finesse, you know, management. Y'all try to book him, you know. We out here in Gary.
Now, who all else do you guys have on your label? It's just right now. It's
just two right here.
It's just us right now. We had a couple of other people that was on there, but like I said, everybody got different stuff that's going on or whatever. Like not no fallouts, but everybody on different pages. So we
responsibilities,
yeah. So it was like right now, whatever. You know, since I got the heat right now, let me just go ahead and take off with it. You know, so
we eat, we all eat.
Yeah, and that's really our whole thing. Like, cause they know that if we get on or one of us get on or whatever, it's no questions asked. Y'all good. You know, y'all people good. Our families good. Everybody straight.
Another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Now, there's a lot of chaos in groups. You know, people had their differences and people had different responsibilities.
Right.
But when that one person gets on, then you see the whole group coming up. That's when all the emotions start, the egos start. You know, people start knocking on the door, trying to see what's going on. What's your take on that? Like, has anybody like ever, you know, acted a certain way due to an amount of success you may have had?
Man, I ain't gonna front my move. I'm getting that shit right now.
Okay.
As we speak.
People out in public.
It's just, you know what? Nah, honestly, like, I get more love from the people that I never even met.
Okay.
Versus the people that's been around 10, 12 years.
Yeah, it's always like that.
Or, and like you said, or they coming around when it's convenient. Like, I got a lot of people that's just now starting to share my music, and they've been knowing that I've been doing music. But it's like, just because it's me, you know. But it's like, you know, to each his own. Either way it go, I never let it, you know, really stop me. But it was, like I said, man, I'm dealing with that now. Like, some of my closest homeboys is like...
And they feelings.
And they fee-fees for reals. Like, But, you know,
but to each his own.
It is what it is, so... You know, you just got to keep that shit moving.
You got to keep people around you with the same mentality. If they ain't on the same page as you just can't fuck with them.
And then my whole thing is that shit don't do nothing but make me go harder anyway. So I really get a thrill out of that shit or whatever. So it just give me more shit to piss my motherfuckers off about. So.
Okay. Now with the mixtapes and the EPs and everything, will we ever see an album coming from you?
Speaking of which,
probably.
What you working on right now? Go ahead.
Yeah. Can we hear about something?
I got I got another EP coming out, which is the part 2 to this one that's out now, which is Move 2.
Okay.
And that one gonna have a couple of more songs on that, but I'm gonna do that one and put it out probably like right before Christmas, maybe somewhere in there, or whatever, or a little after Christmas. But 2019. I wasn't gonna do an album, but they kind of been like talking me into doing something like it. So I got something that I'm working on called 4784.
Okay, what is 4784?
4784, that's where I grew up at. I grew up on 47th in Jackson.
Okay.
So originally I'm from 42nd in Harrison. So I stayed there half my life, and then by 8th grade I moved to 47th, and I had been there all that time. And when you go past you'll see West 47th on there, 600, West 647th on there.
Okay.
Definitely see a vintage tag.
You've been in Gary all your life?
Yeah, I've been in Gary. Well, I done bounced around some everywhere, but for the most part, yeah, I done definitely been.
Okay, so as far as Gary goes, there's a list that goes around, you know, every once in a while, probably every year, about who people think are successful. You know, at one point, we saw the rapper Yo Santella on the list, you know, a couple other names. How do you guys feel about that list and, you know, people being pressed about it?
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't. Let me not from my move. I was kind of pressed to a certain degree, but that was just more so because it was some underball hate and shit. Okay. And it's been underball, and it's been consistent underball hate shit since I came out. It's been.
But you know, when I look at the list, it's always usually the same people, and I think a month later they begin this award ceremony called the R&R Awards. I'm not sure if it's this month or next.
Yeah, I just saw that like maybe a month ago. I just saw it.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, even with that or whatever, and don't get me wrong or whatever, you know, shouts out to everybody that's doing their thing and all of that. But at the same time, let's be real here. Let's not go off of popularity and all that shit.
Right.
Let's go off talent. Let's go off of just raw ass talent.
Right.
Regardless of how you feel about the person, you can't deny that. You can't take that from you. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of that, like I said, I don't really trip about the shit. I just be like, I know I'm a dope ass nigga in real life, so
right.
You know, fuck a list. It is what it is.
Yeah, because people were going live about it. People were really in their feelings, you know.
And that's how I really caught wind to it when I saw it back. And I'm like, because everybody kept hitting me up like, man, I can't believe you didn't get the best new artist that was coming out, new single, the hottest new single in the summer. And I was like, damn, man, that was when I dropped it to legit or whatever. Because I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
You was feeling some way, so you, okay.
But it wasn't really like direct, but at the same time, it was like, shit, y'all got me fucked up. Like, y'all know who the rap god of the G is out here. Like, stop playing with me.
Right,
consistent back-to-back music, and it's epic, man, come on, it's an epic battle that y'all came with.
And that's not being cocky, that's not being none of that or whatever. Like, that's just being all the way 100 or whatever. We going off of just raw ass talent.
And the difference between us, we're not paying a person for our views. No one's paying anyone for views. This is us out here hustling our ass off to show what our passion. This is what we love doing.
And it's just me and him pushing.
Just us. It's
now, like you get like people that's you know, people that fuck with you and they rock with you and all that, and, you know, and then they just share stuff here and there and all that or whatever, which is always good. But as far as just like a whole team behind you or whatever, it's just us two that's pushing it. And that's why it's getting more exposure the way it's getting.
Okay. Okay. Now, one thing about Gary is a city who feels like once you start doing something, you owe them something. You know, the females can be like that sometimes, and definitely the artists, you know. And sometimes, a lot of times, the artists will have people that only rock with them specifically. Like, if you see somebody come up in the club, you'll see one or two artists have their whole hood there chanting them on. And they won't rock with nobody else but that artist. Do you feel like Gary has a lot of hate shit going on and no support?
At one point in time or whatever, it was like that real tough. Now, as far as like who coming and who gonna be there or whatever, yeah, they still on that shit.
Right.
Like, depending on who the name is or whatever. So if you see a certain name, then you probably have a couple of people in there or whatever.
Right.
But then sometimes them names can be your competition, or you could be the competition to them rather, or whatever. So it's just like, you know, it is what it is.
In the bucket. It's a lot of people don't want you to succeed. It's a lot of hate, and it shouldn't be like that. Everybody coming together, it'll be a beautiful picture, but everybody want to paint massacres.
And see, that's my whole thing. Like with Gary, I feel like we like probably one of the hottest cities with good ass music out here or whatever. It's just we don't stick together, and everybody don't, like, some of these people fuck with these people, or I fuck with them, so I ain't gonna go fuck with them or whatever.
You know one of my ops,
like,
I know one of your ops.
You know one of my, you know, like they let all that shit get in the way, and it's like, man, fuck all that. If we could do something to put the city on and light this bitch on fire, then why not? But at the same time, if y'all want to keep shit divided, that's why we ain't getting nowhere.
Right.
It's just real right.
Right, definitely. Okay, so definitely one thing about Gary, it is a small city though, so you know they tell you to branch out. You know, sometimes you have to leave your city to get on somewhere else. You know, that's why I went to Chicago, that's why I go to LA a lot. You know, I don't think about a lot of that, you know, especially when they make a list. You know, it's just another reason for me to probably not want to deal with the people here. You know, so yeah.
See, the difference is everybody wants the streets of Gary. We don't want the streets of Gary. That's what we try to get y'all all to understand. We don't want the streets of Gary. We trying to spread our horizon so we can come back and fix the streets of Gary and get y'all situated.
Shit, we done did everything.
You know, that's all.
We done did it all.
So if you guys get $1 million tomorrow, you're coming back and
I already know
fixing
what I'm
it.
gonna do. See, I said I was gonna come back and I was gonna start up a little session they playing for the females. No niggas could stay there because I already know what that involves.
Right.
I was gonna start something for the females and shit because I see what y'all struggling with. You know.
Right.
I understand my women. They understand me too. So.
Okay.
That's something I was planning on.
That's pretty decent. What about you, bro?
My whole thing was, I always thought about just like I just randomly ask people like, man, what you like, if you had this and that, like what would you do or whatever? And like I just make a little list of people that was like, okay, she said she wanted to do this and do that. And that's probably what I would have ended up doing with my money or whatever, helping people live out their dream or go get that car they wanted. You know, go put this money into this business she was trying to do. Like, that was my whole thing. Like, bro, when I tell you I did not want to rap and I was in the group, I was in the background.
Okay.
Never did I think I was gonna ever be at the forefront. I didn't want to, I knew I could be at the forefront, but that wasn't my goal.
Right.
So then after a while or whatever, I'm just like, man, I keep pushing this shit and shit ain't working. And let me just rock this shit one time and see how it go.
And it started to work.
I ain't look back since. So
right.
It's all self-promoted, you know, and you know, and I feel like if you give that to other people and instill that into them, that you could do whatever you want to do, you just gotta have the mindset and the right motherfuckers around you. Like that shit can work. So that's why I ask people. And these is real solid people that really want to do something with themselves, but they can't because it's a unfortunate situation or money ain't right or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be or whatever.
Right.
You know, and I just wanted to let everybody know and show everybody that you can be somebody out of Gary, you know what I'm saying, and make something of yourself. So
you don't have to depend on nobody. You can do it your damn self.
Do it your damn self.
Do for self. Definitely. Okay. Well, yeah, you're a bright brother, bro. Yeah, definitely want to hear some good things about you guys in the future. And you got shout out status update.
Shout out to status update, man. You already know, man. Fucking with my boy.
Okay.
I can't forget. I want to make sure I shout out my homeboy. Make sure y'all holler at him. D.A. Harris, Mr. P.I.G. Progress and Grind himself. Level up. That's my homeboy. Bro been rocking with me since, shit, I don't know, since
his dreads down here.
His dreads down here. At the time, they was where mine was at or whatever. So I definitely want to make sure I give a shout out to my homeboy D.A. Harris. You already know, gang.
All right, cool. One more thing. I know I got you out waiting, but hold on. Let me try to start some shit right here. You got your top 5 favorite Gary rapper list, or you can't name top 5 in Gary? Because I asked all the Gary rappers that. Yeah, be honest. Your top 5 Gary rappers.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
J West. No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I fuck with Trap real heavy.
Okay, Trap House.
Yeah, he did a couple of joints on the new tape.
That's one.
I fuck with Trap. I fuck with my homeboy Ghetto B.
Okay, 2.
Who else I fuck with?
I fuck with Checkmate the Flow. He disappeared somewhere. I don't know where he went,
3.
but he was out here. I don't know where he went.
Of course, D.A. Harris. And damn, I know I'm forgetting somebody. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Shit, I fuck with BDI. I fuck with Lil Nappy.
Okay, BDI and Lil Nappy.
Yeah, I fuck with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I fuck with them. I fuck with Trap City Black or whatever.
Yeah.
Floyd G. I fuck with him.
Oh yeah. Floyd G. Shout out Floyd G. Yeah.
My homies,
Yeah,
I fuck with them real heavy.
I started out filming with them, yeah.
And see, I came in the music game.
Yeah, we was all at this Grand Theater in Glen Park. Yeah,
like I bumped in Floyd, but I knew Floyd from in the streets or whatever.
Right.
So he up there performing. He like, gee. I'm like, bro, you ain't never up here rapping.
Yeah, my older cousin shot the Cock and My Chopper video with Lil G. You remember? Yeah.
Yeah, them my niggas. I fuck with Trap City real heavy. Like,
yeah.
Me and Jay Black actually, we got a mixtape that we working on. It's probably gonna come out in 2019 called Tales from the Hood. So,
okay.
Yeah, that shit gonna be dope.
All right, definitely.
I got Cartel Shorty on there. He gonna do the engineering and producing and all of that. He probably gonna jump on a couple of tracks too.
Okay.
Actually, too, make sure y'all get them grills too or whatever. He definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I gotta plug my bro.
Gangsta Grills.
Yeah, definitely gotta plug him.